Thank you all for being here. Thanks to our small but mighty audience, we're so happy to have you here with us. Regardless of size, we're happy to tell stories, help create stories here. Very quickly, my name is Carlos Saldana. I'm the program director for the Arts Institute for Creative Advancement. Welcome to the Theater Lab. Welcome to AICA. A little bit about who we are and what we're about. We're a brand new pilot program, approximately 12 months long, so we're in month number 4 here. And we serve 20 students for the year and train them in all aspects of technical theater to work backstage. And they get paid for every hour that they're with us, every hour of learning, every hour of practical work, every hour of placement. We have wonderful partners, which is why we're here. Young Playwrights Theater. Give it up for Young Playwrights. Special thanks to Deb Godison, who was helped to create all of this. Obviously, to wife and team, Bridget and Jared and Lauren. Special thanks as well for helping guide our students. We have 4 playwrights, one of which is currently here, another of which is on their way, and the other 2 I'm sure are live streaming. To our live streaming audience, if you can hear me, we're happy to have you with us. Whether there's 2 of you, 10 of you, or 1 million of you, you are all most welcome here. So without further ado, I will turn it over to you, Jared.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Arts Institute for Creative Advancement Showcase, as Carlos mentioned, presented by Young Playwrights Theater. So YPT, for those of you who don't know, is a DC-based arts educational organization and producing theater. Through our programs and productions, we fulfill our students' vision by hiring professional artists to guide and perform their work. At YPT, we believe that young people are inherently brilliant, and we exist to share that brilliance with the world. That brings us to why we're here this evening. As Carlos mentioned, the Arts Institute for Creative Advancement is a year-long paid education and apprenticeship program with professional theaters across the region. Teens and young adults are able to learn and practice skills as theater technicians. YPT provided a playwriting program for these students at the beginning of their training, inviting them to connect with theater as artists and storytellers to deepen their understanding of their future profession. So, before we get started, I would like to thank Deb Godison, Carlos Saldana, Angela Miranda, Madison Chapman, Lauren Miller, the Theater Lab staff and volunteers, DC Arts Education Alliance, the YPT staff, this talented cast, and all of our wonderful donors and funders, without whom none of this work would be possible. So, without any further ado, let's jump into it. My Brother's Back by Ashakila Fenn. Scene 1, Thursday, early morning, Savannah High School. Just before the last bell rings for sea lunch, Randall grabs his belongings and heads towards ISS, a class where the worst students are placed after not being able to participate in their original learning environments due to their behavior. Randall glances into the window of ISS and scans the room intensely. Damn. Randall walks off into a different direction than the class he's supposed to still be in.
Hey, my boy, why you out in the halls? It's rare to see you out of class.
George raises his hand to feel Randall's head.
You ain't got no fever. You good?
Randall playfully moves George's hand and in a serious tone says,
"Oh man, I ain't good. But everything be good once I handle all my business."
Oh man, damn, I meant to tell you that I'm sorry to hear about your brother. That was foul as hell for what that fool did to him. All because he got the juice like little bro do. All because he ain't got the juice like little bro do. I got your back. Remember that. Don't go do nothing crazy to get yourself into people's home. The police gonna deal with that. God has the last say so. Believe that.
George daps Randall up and turns away to exit the stage.
For sure.
He shrugs his shoulders and continues to search the halls of the school, peeking through doors to see if Juan is inside of one. Randall goes into the nearest guy's restroom and dashes cold water onto his face. He looks inside the mirror and envisions his little brother as tears roll down his cheeks. As someone enters the stall, Randall gets himself together quickly, wiping his tears away and pulling himself together emotionally. Scene 2, the school lunch cafeteria. A mixture of 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders on the last lunch called sea lunch are gathered around benches, tables, and chairs, laughing. Talking, some even yelling, while a few are eating as a group of teachers huddle around, eating their lunch at a corner table, away, but in sight of students among them.
Hey, come over this way, Randall.
Trying to be discreet, Randall goes over to the table where George is sitting after 3 other dudes.
You know, word gets around fast, huh?
What you mean?
Quan punk ass. Know you coming for him. He knows you gonna make him wish he never did what he did to little bro. And word is he's somewhere high now.
Well, you hearing all this? Ain't no word on where to hide now yet?
Man, you know the streets talk. Hey, you know the streets talk. And I love it talking to me. Now, I ain't got the drop on him yet, but when I do, you know I got you, right?
George and Randall got each other.
That scary ass boy Mike, who he rolled with daily, sitting back there. He should know.
George points to a ducked off part of the cafeteria where a few people are. This specific spot is where most students sit to hide while doing illegal activities so that the teachers on lunch duty can't see what they're doing. Clenching his fist, Randall walks past a group of teachers who are loudly talking, paying no attention to the students as rage builds inside of him, ready to be let loose on anyone who gets in his way. As he turns the corner, he continues walking straight into the very back of the cafeteria where Mike is booed up with a girl who is sitting on his lap. A mixture of weed and cigarette smoke fills the air as music is played in the background off a portable speaker.
What the heck, you want to be tough ass looking back here?
Randall immediately grabs Mike, causing the girl to be pushed down and out of the way.
Where the fuck is Quan at?
I don't fucking know. I ain't seen him since yesterday. Why are you asking me? I ain't his babysitter. Get the hell off me.
Randall begins to punch Mike. On the third punch, he causes his nose to bleed.
I ain't going for that shit. You just trying to save your partner from getting his ass murdered.
Randall lets go of his collar and watches him groan in agony, then, before speaking, kicks Mike. Mike rolls over on his side as some more people begin to come onto that side of the cafeteria, hearing the commotion.
I promise I have no idea where he's at. Just please get me out of this bullshit. God, what's going on back here?
Randall takes off running towards the front double doors of the cafeteria, making his way through the crowd of people who swarmed to see what they thought was a fight. Scene 3. A heavily breathing Randall runs, passing the different grade level halls. As he gets close to the gymnasium, the PA system turns.
Randall Hawkins, please report to the main office now. Again, I repeat, Randall Hawkins, report to the main office now. Under no circumstances should any staff allow him in their classroom. Thank you.
Panicking, Randall sprints out of the gymnasium doors and heads for the outside baseball field to the locker room. He tells them the door that is locked, then goes around the building, pulling on a side door that opens up. The door slams as Randall slides down against the door, out of breath from his run around the school.
Shit!
Randall looks up to see Quan shockingly staring at him. Randall quickly gets up and charges toward Quan.
Ah!
Randall tries to tackle Quan, but has a hard time as Quan begins to fight back. They exchange hits, both getting easy licks off each other. Not protecting himself at the moment, Quan sneaks in a punch, causing Randall to stumble back. Clenching onto his mouth, Randall feels in his pocket, slips his brass knuckles on, and charges towards Quan.
This is my brother, you cunt. You left my brother almost lifeless, and I'm gonna do the same to you.
As Randall uncontrollably hits Quan hits the floor and balls up as he can no longer fight back.
I'm sorry. I promise I'm sorry. Just stop, please.
You didn't give my brother a chance to plead. How dare you give you a chance?
Randall repeatedly punched Quan until he is spitting blood from his mouth and talking now in slurred speech.
I don't want to hear shit else from you or nobody around you, punk. My brother's life is on the line all because of you. Do you know how my life has changed since you doing that?
Randall kneels next to Quan for him to hear him clearly.
Fuck you. This is for Rashad. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear about this shit when he wakes up.
Quan grunts and spits out blood. A shake and pull happens on the locked door. Randall looks up and walks quickly to the unlocked door. He then peeks out and runs out, avoiding the sound and path for whoever is knocking to see or hear him.
Open up, it's Principal Jenkins. I know you're in here.
Jenkins gets the campus police standing behind him to unlock the door with their keys. As they open up, they hear grunting from Quan, and when the door opens, they see him covered and laying in a pool of blood. Quan points to the unlocked door that's cracked as wind comes in, giving off a chilly, windy feel.
What in the? He went that way.
Principal Jenkins motions for the EMT and nurse on site and tells campus police to go after Randall. Scene 4. Randall is jumping fences from the nearby homes, trying to make it as fast as he can home. Blood is over his clothes and knuckles. Police sirens are heard in the distance, causing him to pick up his pace frantically. He jumps from one fence to another to be met by a raging, unfed pit bull that barks at him. Screaming with a quick thought, Randall re-hops the fence. A couple who is sitting on their back porch sees a struggling Randall trying to hop their fence and begin to shout at him, warning him to get off their property. Scared and confused, Randall runs to the next fence and continues to hop. The sirens grow closer and closer as Randall gets closer to home. Heavily breathing, a tired yet focused Randall reaches in his back pocket and tosses the bloody brass knuckles into a man-made calm across the last fence he jumped over, and discreetly makes his way across the street to his home. Upon entering, he removes and discards his bloody shirt and cleans up the blood on his knuckles. He goes inside and heads straight to his little brother's room, who is laying peacefully in his home hospital bed, still on life support, fighting for his life. Randall leans in to kiss his forehead. Lights out, end of play. Dear Diary, today was a great day, by Mardell Singleton. Scene 1. Stage is completely dark and silent. A school bell rings and the sound of walking, students talking, and sitting down trays can be heard. The sound fades into the background and lights up, revealing Tom, Audrey, Kyle, and the girl at a lunch table.
No way. Jackson Cooper did that?
That's what I heard. I mean, he got mad at the kid and decked him.
No way. That isn't like Jack.
He did.
You knew about this, Audrey?
I saw him. The kid said something that apparently pissed him off.
Who was the kid?
It was that exchange student from Germany.
Oh, Hitler boy.
You shouldn't make comments like that, Tom.
Come on, he has the hair and the eyes and the accent, dog.
Stop that. That's disrespectful. Just because his middle name's Adolphus doesn't mean you have the right to mock him like that.
How do you guys know his middle name?
I don't know. I think some kid asked what his full name was in class, and he told us. Explained that every boy in his family's had it for generations.
Ah. You want to know a story he said once?
Who?
Gilbert, the German kid.
What do you say?
Well, one time I was talking to him, and I noticed he had a scar on his arm, and I asked him how he got it. Apparently, he was in a choir in Germany, one that traveled a lot. And one time they were performing in Ulm. It was going to be his first solo too, which makes this even sadder. So he's so nervous, he ended up taking some other kid's robe that was too long, and when his solo came, he started to walk up the steps onto the stage, and he slipped and fell!
She slips and falls to the roll and lands hard on her back, hitting her arm on the table.
Sounds just like him.
Honestly, though.
Hey, Sarah, are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Never back. Oh, also, my name's not Sarah. It's
Her phone vibrates. The girl pulls her phone out of her pocket.
oh, I gotta go.
She walks briskly away. Meanwhile, Leslie, with her lunch tray, walks in. The girl turns back and waves at the table.
Bye, guys.
The girl runs into Leslie, making Leslie drop her lunch.
Oh, I am so sorry, Leslie.
Leslie picks up her lunch. The girl bends down and helps.
Here, let me get away.
Walks away with her tray, sits next to Kyle, and they share a quick kiss.
Hey.
Hey. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
She waves and skips off.
Why do you hate her?
She's just so annoying.
Lights out. Scene 2. Lights out in the girl's room. There's a bed, a notebook, and a bedside table lamp.
Dear Diary, today was a great day. I had a great time at lunch. I sat with Tom and Audrey and Kyle. We had a really, really fun chat. Well, except for the part where Tom and Audrey talked about Gilbert. Tom's being mean and making fun of Gilbert's middle name. Oh well, he was joking, so it doesn't matter too much, right? Kyle didn't seem to like the joke much, which makes sense because it's Kyle. Apparently, Jack Cooper punched him over something he said, which isn't like him. And Gilbert wouldn't say anything like that I could think of that would make someone respond like that. I made them laugh. It felt good to make them laugh. It felt good to make them notice me, even if it was for a moment. I told them the story of how Gilbert broke his arm, and, well, I broke my arm in kind of the same way. I just took a fracture, though, so it's not bad. And besides, it was worth it. Oh, I accidentally bumped into Leslie and knocked her lunch out of her hands. You know, she is so nice. I told her I was sorry, and I think she accepted the apology. You know, that conversation kind of reminded me of those neighborhood kids who used to play outside your old house. Do you remember them? They seemed really nice, even though you never played with them. No, you did play with them. That one time, remember? You walked over to them and asked if you could play with them. What was that name? What was that game again? Oh, Chinese garter. That was the game. You asked if you could play with them, and they said, sure, once they finished their turns. That was so much fun. Granted, you never actually got your turn because they had to go home before you did, but it was nice for them to offer. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I'll write some more tomorrow. Good night.
Sets the notebook and pen down, lays down in the bed, leans over, and turns off the lamp. Scene 3. Lights up, sound of slamming lockers fade in along with the lights. Leslie is opening her locker. Kyle enters, hiding a bouquet, a tiara, and a little gift bag behind his back. Kyle sneaks up to Leslie, covers her eyes with his available hand.
Guess who it is?
Mystery, mystery. Is it Tom Holland?
Leslie grins and turns to face Kyle. He stops covering her face. The girl starts to enter and watches from the side.
You silly Billy. Happy birthday, Your Highness.
Stop! I swear you're gonna spoil me if you keep doing stuff like this on every special occasion you can.
Well, that's the plan.
He puts his arm around Leslie and they start to walk off stage.
So, after school, I planned a special dinner for us at your favorite restaurant. After we go and watch Mario Bros.
You thought this through, didn't you?
Of course I did.
The girl slowly starts to walk over to them. The bell rings and Kyle looks up, then looks at Leslie.
I gotta go. I'll see you later. Okay, my liege?
Well, you better run, Prince Charming, before Dr. McKay makes you target.
They share a light peck on the lips before he boops her nose. Kyle starts to walk off and almost runs into the girl.
Oh, hey, Cap.
That's not my...
Kyle walks off. The girl watches him walk off and gives a big dramatic sigh. Leslie starts to put the flowers and the gift in her bag when the girl walks up behind her.
Hi. What do you want? Happy birthday!
The girl pulls out a Tupperware container to Leslie.
What is that? It's cake. Well, thanks, but no thanks.
She starts to walk away. The girl follows her.
Oh, it's really good cake. I'll bet you like it. It's Black Forest. You like Black Forest. Why is it a slice? Well, it's my cake. Your cake? Oh, it's my cake, which I made for my birthday. I love Black Forest cake. And wait, you made your own cake for your own birthday? Yep. Why? I wanted cake for my birthday. Oh, wait, when was your birthday? 2 days ago. 2 days ago? It's okay that you forgot. I didn't say happy birthday. Literally everyone else did too. So I made cake for myself for my birthday. So, do you want the cake or?
Leslie takes the cake.
Thanks. No problem. I better get to class. I hope you like it.
She walks off. Leslie watches her leave, looks at the cake, walks. The sound of something being thrown away comes from off stage. Lights out. Scene 4, lights up in the girl's bedroom.
Dear diary, today was a great day. Leslie's birthday was today, so I gave her some of the cake I made for my birthday. Her boyfriend decided to really treat her with flowers and dinner and a tiara. They really are a perfect couple. He just seems so kind and gentle and just a good person. There aren't many people in the world that are like that. He's a little bit like Nicholas. I haven't thought about Nick since. Remember that first time he got you a present? No reason, no occasion, just got it because he thought you'd like it. They were just beautiful. The most beautiful necklace I had ever seen. I didn't even know colors like that could ever exist. And he said they looked perfect with my eyes. He was just the sweetest thing ever. He always remembered I was there. I always remembered my birthday. He actually remembered my name. I know it's been a year since it happened, but still it just hurts, to know that he's gone, to know I'll never hear him say good morning, to know I'll never talk to him about how my day was. And I just wish I could hug him one last time and tell him he was the best person this world could ever have. Isn't it funny? You know, how you think you know everything about a person, but then you realize you don't, and you just feel like a fool for not knowing. I knew he wasn't doing the best, but how? Just how could he go out and do that? If he did it on purpose, but on purpose or not, how could you go out there and just let it hit him? How could you freeze when you see and hear something coming at you at 150 miles per hour and not take 2 steps to the side? That's all it took. 2 little steps. And the entire story would be completely different. But he didn't take those 2 steps. And now, I can't imagine how scared he was. And how could you see everything in your life and everything in Whitby flash in just 5 seconds? Oh, Nick. At least physically. Anyway, I think that's all for today. Good night, and I'll write some more tomorrow.
She puts the notebook and pen down and turns off the lamp. Scene 5. School bell rings and the sound of people walking and talking in the background. Leslie walks in with a backpack. She is very pissed. The girl follows behind and keeps talking to Leslie.
Also, did you like the cake? It's good cake, isn't it? I found the recipe online, but I made a few changes since I'm allergic to some of the ingredients it was supposed to use. Anyway, how did your day go with Kyle? Did you guys have a good time? Oh, I bet a mood. Will you shut up? You keep talking to me and you never seem to get the message. I don't like you. I'm not your friend. I don't want to be around you. How dense are you? I have been telling you this ever since we met and you can't seem to get it through your skull. No more words out of your mouth. I hate you. I always have, and I don't ever want you to try to talk to me again.
She starts to storm off and drops her earbuds.
Oh,
The girl walks over to the earbuds, picks them up, walks over to Leslie, taps her on the shoulder.
you dropped.
Leslie turns and absolutely backhands the girl across the face.
Don't fucking touch me.
Leslie cools down. The girl stares at her. Leslie is about to say something, but the girl stops her.
Wait. It was a mosquito. I get it. I beg your pardon. A mosquito. I know. You saw a mosquito land on my face and you tried to kill it. It's fine. It happens. I understand. I mean, mosquitoes seem to hover around me a lot, so it just happens, you know? It's fine. Thank you for trying to get it for me. That was so nice of you. Anyway, here, you dropped these.
Leslie seems speechless and takes the earbuds.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
The girl walks off, lights out. Scene 6. Lights up in Leslie's bedroom.
Dear diary, I finally got frustrated enough with you-know-who that I was just so mad and annoyed because she wouldn't leave me alone that I hit her. I really didn't mean to, I just did. I felt so bad for doing something like that I tried to say sorry, but she stopped me. She stopped me before I could and smiled at me. She smiled and she said it was okay and that she understood that I was trying to kill a mosquito. But I saw the look in her eyes. I saw the look in her eyes when I did it. And she knew. She knew why I did it, why I hit her, and yet she smiled. And not only did she smile and say that she understood I was trying to kill a mosquito, and she thanked me. She thanked me for trying to kill a bug that wasn't there. Why? Why would she do that? If anyone ever tried to do something like that to me, I wouldn't tolerate, and yet she did. Why? Why would anyone ever just...
A voice is heard from off stage.
Leslie, dinner time.
In a minute, Mom. Anyways, that's all for today. Leslie out.
She turns off her phone, lights out. Scene 7. Lights up in the girl's bedroom. She is sobbing. After a good while, she collects herself to reach for her diary and writes.
Dear diary, today was a great day.
Lights out. End of play. Santa's Workshop by Natanya Mitra. Mario skips down the path excited.
I can't believe this. All of my dreams are finally coming true. I'm not a baby anymore. I'm as grown as an elf can be. I'm on my way to work for the very first time.
He notices a rundown building that says North Pole Service Entrance.
I can't believe it. I'm finally here.
He rings the bell. Immediately, supervisor springs out.
Where you been? Get your outfit behind on the line.
But it's my first day.
Not your yapper. Quit crying like a little elflet. Keebler, I'm gonna put you on cookies. You're too small for any real work.
Oh, that sounds great. I love cookies.
Scene 1 of the bakery. Mario and supervisor walk into the kitchen where bakery trainer is fast asleep, resting his head on the kitchen table.
Hey, you!
Bakery trainer wakes up.
Little elf, she's your trainer. What are you waiting for? Get over there. You better get back to work. I'll bake you just like the gingerbread.
Supervisor exits.
Oh, hey, baby.
Mario.
Huh?
My name is Mario. I am not a baby. I am a grown-up elf.
Okay, sweetheart. You have any questions for me?
When do I get to meet Santa?
The big boss?
Are you Miss Claus?
Heavens, no. I'm the bakery trainer, so that means I'm going to teach you how to make all the different baked goods.
All of them?
Yep, everything.
Even cinnamon rolls?
Yep,
How about butter cookies?
yep,
How about jelly donuts?
yep.
And Yule logs? And nutmeg spice muffins and cranberry scones?
Of course, dear. We'll get to all of those and more eventually. But first, we're going to start with the basic chocolate chip cookie. We've got to make a supply for the Claus family to snack on during the holiday season. It's the easiest recipe.
I love making chocolate chip cookies. I make my own recipe at home every year for Santa on Christmas Eve. I know he loves them.
Sure, honey.
He never leaves a crumb.
Now, babe, are you good at following recipes? You've got to follow it exactly. If you make any little change and Santa won't eat it. He's a very picky eater.
I can follow a recipe.
Good. Well,
The bakery trainer yawns again, then pulls out an old recipe book and turns to a certain page. Bakery trainer puts the book on the kitchen counter.
in that case, here's the recipe right here. I'm exhausted from working all day and night for the past few weeks. Just wake me up if you need anything.
Okay.
Mario looks at the recipe.
Melted butter, sugar, flour, eggs, vanilla. Could be better.
He begins rummaging through the shelves.
Aha! Dried blueberries, coconut flakes, paprika. All right, we're going places now.
He places his newfound ingredients on the kitchen table. Supervisor enters with reindeer wrangler. They stand on a different part of the stage from the table.
Don't you want to go ice golfing this season, Supervisor?
It's not in the budget. I think we can make some room. The bigger issue is who's gonna watch the reindeer when we go.
The reindeer wrangler notices Mario and walks over.
Oh, hey, baby.
Oof, I'm not a baby. My name is Mario.
Wrangler, this is our new hire. New hire, this is Reindeer Wrangler. Bakery trainer, wake up! Goodness, how long have I sleep for?
Supervisor looks at the ingredients on the table.
Butterscotch chips, dried blueberries, Himalayan salt. What, huh?
Yeah, those are the ingredients.
Oh, for your shift meal?
We don't have a shift meal. This is a McDonald's. What, may I ask, were you teaching me to make?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Where's the flour? The sugar? The eggs? Did they teach you nothing at elementary? Sweetie, maybe this isn't the job for you. You told him to follow the recipe, right? Yes.
I did though. I followed my own recipe that I wrote in my head. Santa loves my recipes.
This is gonna be a write-up. Now don't cry. What am I supposed to do with you?
Mario walks off crying. Reindeer wrangler follows.
Oh, no. I have an idea for you. Do you like animals?
Like animals, I love them.
What's your favorite animal?
And amoeba.
No, not that.
I also like polar bears.
Can you guess the animal I'm thinking of? Let me give you a hint.
Reindeer.
Yes, how would you like to meet Rudolph?
Scene 2, the reindeer enclosure.
Remember, there's only one rule for the reindeer wrangler system. Can you remember it?
Yes. Don't let reindeer out.
Good job, son. Do you have any questions for me?
Are there any exceptions to the rule?
Only if I'm around. We can take them to Winter Wonderland Park together.
Waves goodbye and exits quickly.
What if they act really nicely?
Mario sits down in a luxurious chair.
Hey, reindeer. My name is Mario.
Nobody cares what your name is.
Excuse me? Then who are you?
Like you had to ask. Don't you see my nose light up? My name is Prancer. Are you the same Mario who makes blueberry coconut butterscotch paprika cookies? OMG. Yeah, sure. I'm Comet. And I'm Rudolph. But if you've got brain cells, you should already know that.
Did Santa tell you about my cookies?
Of course not. Santa doesn't actually eat cookies. That's just a little pop culture thing. Well, actually, he does eat cookies, but only one specific boring recipe.
He's allergic to seasonings in all forms.
Then what happens to all the cookies that all the little elves make for Christmas Eve?
We eat them.
Oh, what's he like?
Who?
Santa, of course.
Don't worry about him. I mean, he doesn't care about you.
Why are you so rude?
That's why we call him rude off.
Yeah.
Like, he told you the truth. He doesn't care about me either. He only cares about rude off because of his nose.
No, that's not true. We got a good bond, Santa and I. He believed in me from the very beginning.
I think he believes in me too. That's why he gives me presents every Christmas.
Maybe you're special. But I doubt it. You seem regular to me.
Why did you comment?
Care to try? Hey, Mario! Oh, you're doing such a great job being the assistant reindeer wrangler.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Wow, thank you. That means so much to me.
Thanks for feeling so stiff.
Mine too.
That would feel so much better if I get a little exercise.
Oh, me too.
Do you want to use a treadmill or something?
I was wondering if you would just exercise your legs to that peppermint farm push over there.
What's to the back of the house?
I don't know, guys. It seems a little bit far.
No, it's not far at all. That's right, it's not far at all.
Okay, I guess.
Dasher and Comet run out.
Oh no. Why did you do that?
Do what?
I would think the best assistant wrangler ever would know the first rule of assistant reindeer wrangling.
Don't ride the reindeer unless you've got your reindeer riding license?
Don't let the reindeer out of your sight.
They're not out of my sight. They're over there.
He looks back and notices the deer are gone.
Hey, come back here!
Dasher and Comet come back in from different sides. Mario chases them unsuccessfully. Dasher and Comet run out.
What do I do?
You're screwed.
Supervisor and reindeer wrangler, holding their golfing equipment, walk back in with Dasher and Comet.
Oh, you found them.
They found us at the ice golf arena.
Please let me stay. I just made one small mistake.
Do me a favor. Just take the reindeer to the inside pen and I'll see what I can do for you.
Mario gives Reindeer Wrangler a hug and herds the reindeer out. Supervisor and Reindeer Wrangler huddle up.
Just listen, you've got to give him one more chance.
Why?
Can't you see? He's just a poor little baby elf trying his best.
Do you think that's cute or something?
No.
Look, if you want to keep him on as an assistant reindeer wrangler, I will allow it.
No. I couldn't risk having him losing him. And it's so close to Christmas, too.
Well, I can't put him on wrapping paper or candy canes. Those departments are already running behind. Let's see.
Pulls out a clipboard.
We got one position open.
Scene 3, Claus residence. Everything is fancier. Mario strolls in, marveling at the decorations. Concierge sits behind the desk. There's a waiting room. One chair is occupied by a photographer setting up a camera.
Are you lost, little baby elf?
Is this the hospital?
No.
Look,
He takes off his name tag.
Personal hospitality assistant. Mario, welcome.
so am I going to be like a nurse?
No.
Concierge dials a number on the landline.
He's ready for you. You may sit down in that chair right there to wait for the estate manager.
Mario sits down right next to the photographer.
Hello, excuse me. Are you making a movie?
Just Christmas propaganda, little feel-good pieces to make you feel good about the idea of Santa Claus.
Estate manager enters.
I don't know what propaganda is, but I am so excited for Christmas.
I'm sure Mr. Photographer is very, very busy and wouldn't like to be disturbed.
On the contrary.
Follow me.
Mario hops up.
This job is about staying busy. You will always be on your feet. The faster, the better. If you don't have something to do, find something to do immediately. Don't let me catch you slacking off.
But what's my job?
To be a disciplined employee that assists the Claus family and never disturbs the state of affairs in this estate.
That's a lot of big words.
Mrs. Estate Manager, may I attempt to explain it to him? Go ahead. Always be polite to the Claus family, their guests, and everyone else that walks within these walls.
Never attempt genuine conversation with them. That would break the rigid social hierarchy.
Always do exactly what our boss, the estate manager, tells us to do, promptly with a sense of urgency.
Never slack off.
Understood?
Mario looks puzzled, close to tears.
Okay, your first task is to go into the kitchen and get me a plate of cookies.
Concierge exits.
Get moving, what are you doing just standing there?
Where is the kitchen?
The state manager points and Mario runs off stage. The state manager taps her feet impatiently and stares at her watch. Mario walks back in with a plate of gingerbread cookies.
What is this?
Picks up a gingerbread cookie. Mario stares.
The Claus family does not eat gingerbread cookies. Repeat after me.
The Claus family.
Louder.
The Claus family does not eat gingerbread cookies.
Now do it quicker.
Scene 4. Mario's first post-training gig. Concierge is tying Mario's tie.
What if I mess up?
Don't worry, you've been trained well.
Okay, what if I forgot everything that Mr. State Manager taught me?
Then you will fail badly and Santa Claus will give you no presents.
Notifies how horrified Mario looks.
Just kidding. Santa doesn't decide who gets presents anyway. He has secretaries and accountants who figure that out. Just be a wallflower.
What if I'm not enough of a wallflower?
Just think very lowly of yourself and it shouldn't be too difficult. And go get some cookies for Santa from the kitchen. Chocolate chip, remember.
Mario exits. On another part of the stage, the state manager is interviewing Santa from a list of questions written on a piece of paper. The photographer is recording them with a camera tripod.
How is this Christmas season going to be different from the last? Well, in every way possible, Ellen. It's going to be bigger and better and grander and more fun. Record-breaking numbers, record-breaking profits. What is your favorite thing about Christmas in general?
Mario runs in with a plate of cookies, and in his excitement at seeing Santa, drops the plate. Concierge pulls him aside and hands Mario a broom, but Mario can't sweep. He is awestruck. Concierge reluctantly takes the broom and sweeps.
Should we re-record that question?
No, sir. We can just edit that out. Edit the noise out.
My favorite part of Christmas is the days leading up to. Watching all the elves and all my factories work so hard to make sure all the cookies are baked, all the reindeer are taken care of, all the gifts are wrapped. Is that the last question? It's the last on my paper.
Looks like we've got a few minutes left.
Great, we can leave early.
If you don't mind, sir, I see we have a little baby elf in the room who's excited to see you.
Photographer leads Mario to an empty seat.
Really? How did Honey not notice? Do I have to be nice to him? Just for the day.
Santa Claus is my favorite celebrity because he makes Christmas come alive. All my life, I've dreamed of meeting him.
Mario gives Santa Claus a hug. Santa Claus looks very awkward. Photographer takes a picture. End of play. Tori's Story by Lakia Calloway. Scene 1. Tori's morning routine is just as chaotic as they are. Tori attempts to sleep in as much as possible, but jumps out of bed, knowing that if they hit the snooze button again, they will be late. Alarm rings 3 times. Tori is snoring. On the 3rd ring, they hit snooze and go back to sleep. Alarm rings again. Tori grunts and shifts around in the bed. On the 2nd ring, they hit snooze and go back to sleep.
Oh,
The alarm rings again. Annoyed, Tori cuts off the alarm and jumps out of bed.
damn, it's 9:53 a.m.
Tori quickly puts on their work clothes and gets ready for work. They talk to themselves out loud to make sure they have their essentials for the day. Their performance shoes are the most important.
Wallet, check. Keys, check. Headphones, check. Shoe. Where are my shoes?
Tori looks around frantically for their shoes, only to find them in a very visible area.
Shoes, check.
Tori rushes out the door. Their nervous energy continues as they rush into the wardrobe room to get dressed. Savon keeps busy as they wait for Tori to arrive in the wardrobe room.
Finally, I've been waiting on you for 30 hours. We have to hurry, you're on in 5.
Savon quickly changes Tori into their performance clothes.
You won't believe the night I had.
You know I love a good story, but we don't have time for this right now.
Savon says as they direct Tori to the door. Tori switches to work mode when they're on stage to perform. The curtain opens and Tori begins to sing Times Are Wasted by Erykah Badu. On beat and on cue, the curtain opens and Tori begins to sing.
Yeah, time's a wasting. Don't you take your time, my friend. Keep on drifting. Ain't no telling where you'll land. Run, baby, run, run. Where you running to and who you running from. Some people may not understand what it means to be a friend. Taking full command, cause we're Living in a world that's so strange. Better not let your focus change. Taking out the demons in your range. Hey, living in a world that's so fast. Gotta make your money last. Learn from your past. Oh, time's wasted. Don't take your time, my friend. Keep on drifting. Ain't no telling where you'll land.
The crowd roars with applause and cheer. Tori embraces the crowd's response and takes a bow. Scene 2. Tori's chaotic morning routine repeats. Alarm rings 3 times. Tori is snoring. On the 3rd ring, they hit snooze and go back to sleep. Alarm rings again. Tori grunts and shifts around in bed. On the 2nd ring, they hit snooze and go back to sleep. The alarm rings again. Annoyed, Tori cuts off the alarm and jumps out of bed.
I've got to set more alarms.
Tori quickly puts on their work clothes to get ready for work. They talk to themselves out loud to make sure that they have their essentials for the day. Their performance shoes are the most important.
Wallet, keys, headphones.
Tori rushes out the door, forgetting their performance shoes. Moments later, Tori rushes back into their room, grabbing their shoes, and runs out the door again. Their nervous energy continues as they rush into the wardrobe room to get dressed. This time, Savon has Tori's performance clothes in hand when they arrive in the wardrobe room.
I'm late. No, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, and that's why I came prepared today. Let's get dressed.
Tori is unable to switch into work mode. Tori begins to sing Times Are Wasted by Erykah Badu and misses a few cues and notes while performing. The mistakes are noticeable, but overall the performance is almost as good as the first. The curtain opens and Tori begins to sing.
Yeah, time's a wasting. Time's a wasting. Don't you take your time, my friend. Keep on drifting. Ain't no telling where you'll land. Run, baby, run. Where you running to? And who you running from? Some people may not understand what needs to be taken for command. Cause we're living in a world that's so strange. Better not let your focus change. Taking out the demons in your range. Living in a world that's so fast. Gotta make your money last. Learn from your past. Oh, time's a wasting. Don't take your time, my friend. Keep on drifting. Ain't no telling where you'll land.
The crowd's quiet for a moment. Someone finally breaks the silence by clapping, leading the audience to join in and clap and cheer. Tori is hesitant to accept the crowd's response, but does so anyway and bows. The curtain closes. Scene 4. Jordan finds Tori in the wardrobe room and is unaware how visibly upset they are.
Hey, Tori, how's it going? How did it feel performing tonight?
Pretty good, but I think I need to practice on the second verse a bit more. I know it's
Great. Yes, put in a few hours tonight to, practice. I'm looking for that same energy you gave opening night.
Jordan exits.
how did I mess that up? That's the best part, my favorite part.
Tori packs up their belongings and heads home to practice. Tori practices singing Times Are Wasted by Erykah Badu privately in their room like no one's watching. It's low pressure and not as intense as their performance singing. They continue to practice until sunrise.
Run, baby, run. Where you running to? And who you running from? Run, baby, run. Where you running to? And where you from? Run, baby, run. Where you running to? And who you running from?
Lights down. Scene 6. The curtains open up and Tori begins to sing. Tori's voice is strained from practicing the night before.
Yeah, time's a wasting. Don't you take your time, my friend. Keep on drifting. Ain't no telling where you'll land. Run, baby, run, run. Where you running to and who you running from?
Tori runs off stage embarrassed. Jordan finds Tori in the wardrobe room and does not try to hide their disappointment and anger.
What was that? You went out there and made a fool of yourself. Most importantly, you made the whole team look terrible. Our sponsors were in the audience tonight, Tori.
I know. That's why I was all night practicing.
You were what?
It doesn't matter. It won't happen again.
There will not be an again. You're cut. Pack your things and come by tomorrow morning to pick up your last check.
Jordan leaves, slamming the door behind them. Tori is torn apart from hearing that they've been let go. Tori screams into the nearest softest item they can reach, screaming loud enough that they can find relief, but quiet enough that it doesn't disturb anyone or bring unwanted attention.
Fuck!
Tori starts taking off their performance clothes with an attitude. Some that they're wearing get stuck, so they call for help and then hold back their tears.
Smart! Smart! Get in here now! I need your help!
Hey, what's going on?
Man, I don't get paid enough for that.
They leave.
Fucking hate this shit. The city, these miserable ass bosses and sponsors. Tiresome, man.
Yeah, I get it. I know this has been a challenging time for you, but I believe in you. And look on the bright side. You're doing what people wish they had the courage to do.
You're right, but I literally cannot take this love and light bullshit right now. Sorry, I didn't mean it to come out that way. Well, I did, but not to you. I didn't intend to hurt you. It was more so for you know who. I just need to get something to eat and take a nap.
You're good. I'll call you an Uber home and I'll see you later. Duty calls.
Savon leaves. Scene 7. Tori's chaotic morning starts to repeat itself. The alarm goes off, and they don't wake up until the third ring. Tori jumps out of bed and starts to get ready for work. Eventually, they remember that they do not have a job to go to. Alarm rings, Tori grunts and shifts around in the bed. On the second ring, they hit snooze and go back to sleep. The alarm rings again. Annoyed, Tori cuts off the alarm and jumps out of bed.
Shoot! I'm gonna be. Wait. For what?
Tori gets back in bed. End of play. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all so much. And if you want to learn more about YPT, you can visit our website at yptbc.org. And we'll see you all again soon.